Have you ever wondered about the mystery surrounding the life of Tutankhamun, the boy king? In the realm of ancient Egypt, a young figure ascended to the throne, leaving an indelible mark on history. This was Tutankhamun, a pharaoh of the 18th dynasty, who, despite his tender years, bore the weight of a kingdom on his shoulders. His reign was a time of change and upheaval, a period steeped in both religious reform and political instability. Tutankhamun was a beacon of tradition amidst the chaos, reversing the monotheistic reforms of his predecessor, Akhenaten, and restoring the polytheistic practices that had once defined Egypt. Yet the life of this boy king is shrouded in enigma. His parentage has been a subject of debate, with his father identified as Akhenaten and his mother known only as the Younger Lady. His reign, though influential, was cut short by his untimely death, adding another layer of mystery to his story. So who was this boy king, and what led to his untimely death? Imagine being crowned a king at the tender age of 8 or 9. This was the reality for Tutankhamun, a young boy suddenly thrust into the powerful role of pharaoh, leading the ancient and grand civilization of Egypt. Born as Tutankhaten, which means living image of Aten, he was the son of Akhenaten, the pharaoh who controversially shifted Egypt from a polytheistic society that worshipped many gods to a monotheistic one dedicated to the sun god, Aten. When Akhenaten passed away, Tutankhaten was the next in line. His ascension to the throne was not just a transition of power, but a shift in an entire civilization's belief system. The young king changed his name to Tutankhamun, living image of Amun, to mark the return to traditional polytheism and the worship of the god Amun. However, the political climate was far from stable. The sudden religious shift under Akhenaten had caused a turmoil, and the reverberations were still felt. The priests of Amun, once the most influential religious group, had lost their power during Akhenaten's reign. With the return to polytheism, they sought to regain their lost status. Amidst this, the young Tutankhamun had to navigate, making decisions that would impact the entire kingdom. The religious instability was not the young pharaoh's only challenge. There were threats from the powerful Hittite Empire and issues of economic instability to deal with. All these tasks fell on the young shoulders of a boy who should have been playing with friends and learning to read and write. Despite his youth, Tutankhamun was thrust into a world of political turmoil and religious upheaval. But with the guidance of his advisors, he managed to steer Egypt back to its traditional roots, restoring the old gods and reinstating the priests of Amun. His reign, though short-lived, was a crucial period in Egypt's history, a return to order from the brink of chaos. In the midst of chaos, a young king had to make critical decisions. Tutankhamun, the boy king of Egypt, found himself navigating the turbulent waters of a kingdom in the throes of religious and political instability. His reign began at the tender age of 9, or perhaps even younger, and the weight of the crown was heavy on his young shoulders. The most significant challenge he faced was the fallout from his predecessor Akhenaten's religious reforms. The former king had upended centuries of religious tradition, discarding the pantheon of Egyptian gods to focus solely on the worship of the sun disk, Aten. This was a radical and deeply unpopular move that fractured the religious fabric of Egyptian society and caused a significant amount of turmoil. Tutankhamun, despite his youth, recognized the need to heal these religious divisions. He made the bold decision to reverse Akhenaten's reforms, restoring the old gods to their rightful place. Temples that had been closed were reopened, rituals that had been abandoned were revived, and the traditional pantheon was once again the center of spiritual life in Egypt. But this wasn't just a religious decision, it was a political one too. By reviving the old religious practices, Tutankhamun was able to mend ties with the powerful priestly class, whose influence had been undermined during Akhenaten's reign. This move helped to stabilize the kingdom and brought a sense of normalcy back to the Egyptian people. But Tutankhamun's reign was not just about religious reforms. He also initiated a number of building projects, including the completion of the red granite lions at Soleb and the completion of the second pylon at Karnak Temple. Despite his efforts to stabilize the kingdom and restore traditional religious practices, Tutankhamun's reign was to be short-lived. The young king, who had been thrust into power and forced to make decisions that would shape the future of Egypt, would not live to see the long-term impact of his reign. In a bold move, the young king restored the old gods, but his reign was to be short-lived. A reign that began in childhood ended in mystery. Such is the story of Tutankhamun, the boy king whose death has been a subject of intrigue and speculation for centuries. The untimely end of his reign, shrouded in mystery, begs the question: what really happened to Tutankhamun? There are several theories that attempt to unravel the enigma of Tutankhamun's death. One of the most prevalent theories suggests that he succumbed to an illness. Given the frequent marriages within the royal family, genetic disorders were not uncommon. Some researchers propose that Tutankhamun was a victim of such a disorder, which could have weakened his immune system and made him susceptible to diseases. Another theory that has gained some traction is the possibility of an accident. Tutankhamun was a known charioteer, and some scholars suggest that he might have suffered a fatal injury during one of his rides. A fracture in his left thigh bone, as revealed by a CT scan, lends some credibility to this theory. Perhaps the most intriguing theory of all is the idea of assassination. Although this theory is less substantiated, it's a tantalizing prospect that adds a layer of intrigue to Tutankhamun's story. The reasoning behind this theory lies in the political instability of the time. Tutankhamun's reign was marked by religious reforms and political upheaval, and it's not implausible to think that he might have made some powerful enemies. Despite the myriad of theories, the truth remains elusive. The circumstances of Tutankhamun's death are as enigmatic as the life he led. His story is a testament to the allure of ancient history, a narrative filled with intrigue, speculation, and the eternal quest for knowledge. The mystery of Tutankhamun's death continues to captivate us today. As we delve deeper into the past, we may yet uncover the truth, and in doing so, add another chapter to the fascinating tale of this young pharaoh. Until then, the mystery remains, keeping alive the legend of Tutankhamun, the boy king of Egypt. In 1922, a discovery would bring Tutankhamun back into the light. A British archaeologist by the name of Howard Carter was the man behind this monumental find. For years, Carter had been meticulously exploring the Valley of the Kings, the burial ground of the Egyptian pharaohs. His tenacity was rewarded when he stumbled upon steps leading to a sealed door. Behind this door lay the untouched tomb of Tutankhamun. The tomb was a treasure trove, a time capsule that offered a glimpse into the opulence of the 18th dynasty. It was filled to the brim with precious artifacts, from gilded chariots and intricate jewelry to finely crafted furniture, and even the boy king's mummified remains, adorned with a magnificent golden death mask. Each item was a testament to the craftsmanship of ancient Egypt and the reverence bestowed upon their pharaohs. The wealth contained within the tomb was astounding, but its true value lay in its historical significance. It was the first royal tomb to be discovered that was still largely intact. This allowed archaeologists to gain unprecedented insights into the burial customs, religious beliefs, and artistic styles of the time. The tomb's contents shed light on a period of Egyptian history that was marked by religious and political turmoil, providing context and depth to our understanding of this ancient civilization. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb captivated the world. It sparked a global fascination with ancient Egypt, inspiring countless books, films, and exhibitions. Today, many of the tomb's artifacts can be seen in museums around the world, allowing us to marvel at the sophistication and grandeur of this ancient civilization. Tutankhamun's tomb remains one of the greatest archaeological finds in history. It serves as a testament to the enduring allure of ancient Egypt, a civilization that continues to captivate us with its rich history, monumental architecture, and enigmatic rulers. Despite a short reign, Tutankhamun left a lasting legacy. Ascending to the throne as a boy, he guided Egypt through a period of religious and political instability, skillfully reversing the monotheistic reforms of his predecessor, Akhenaten, and restoring the traditional polytheistic practices cherished by his people. His untimely death added a layer of mystery to his life, but it was the discovery of his tomb in 1922 that truly cemented his place in history. This remarkable find, laden with riches, offered an unparalleled glimpse into ancient Egypt, enlightening us about their burial customs, art, and beliefs. Each artifact, from the iconic golden mask to the intricately designed chariots, tells a story about the boy king and his era. His parentage, shrouded in uncertainty, adds another layer to the enigma that is Tutankhamun. The legacy of this young pharaoh extends beyond his life and reign. He has become a symbol of ancient Egypt, his story sparking curiosity and fascination around the world. Tutankhamun, the boy king, continues to fascinate us, his story a testament to the enigma of ancient Egypt.